Hi, everybody. It's Alicia. How are you doing? I'm excited to be here with you live once again, and we're going to have some fun today. So I'm excited. If you're watching this live, you see a live above you. If you're not, it's like red in a box. If you're not, you're probably watching a rebroadcast of the live. Just type in the word hashtag replay, the word replay in the comments below so that I know that you're watching it on a replay. It will alert me. I'll be able to see it in case you have any comments, all that great stuff. So thank you guys for being here. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we have covered in the 6 days that we have gone live and interviewed some great superstars. We're going to end up with some tools and some training, and then I'm going to take questions at the end. So if you have any questions that you want to ask, go ahead and get those questions ready. I'm here to answer anything that you want about starting your own business, internet marketing, anything that you need to know about really getting your business in shape. So hi, Siobhan. Hi, Shashan. How are you doing? Great to see you guys on here. Glad that you've joined us. And hey, if you guys are just joining us, send me a message and just let me know where you're joining in from. Hi, Sharon. How are you? And I really hope that you've enjoyed the lives that we've done so far. We started a little bit early tonight, so I'm going to give people a chance to jump on. So thank you guys for jumping on nice and early. Tell me, Sharon, Shashan, Siobhan, how did you like the other interviews so far? Did you get a chance to watch all of the interviews and all of the wonderful people that we've had on who shared their story, their inspiration, how they're how they're running their successful online businesses? How's that been for you so far? I know for me, it's been amazing to see how our students are really taking what we've taught them to the next level and creating great businesses with it. So I want to know how it's been for you. Let me know in the comments how it's been for you. Hi, Sandra. How are you? It's good to see you here again. Sandra, I believe that you have caught every single live. I think you've been here for all of them. I see your name on every live. I don't think that you missed one, all right? I don't think you missed one. Siobhan says, the lives have been wonderful, very inspiring, informative, fun, and engaging. Well, great. I appreciate that. Hi, Melisha. How are you? And tonight, it's just me. So you've got just me on the live. Shashan says, I have to catch up on the last two. I didn't get a chance to watch them live. That's all right. They're on the page. We're not going to delete them. So make sure that you catch up this week so that you can watch those lives. Yes, make sure that you catch up on them, right? Hi, Faithlyn. How are you? Melisha, I'm glad that you loved all the interviews. Yes, they were very inspiring. Sandra's just confirming that she has been on every live, which I already knew because I see your name every single time, Sandra. So thank you so much for being here and for joining us. You are the reason that we are doing these lives. So, all right. Okay, you say that you're interested in the social media marketing course, affiliate marketing, and design masterclass. So just to tell everybody what's covered in those masterclasses, the masterclass about social media will teach you what you need to know in order to promote your business or a client's business on social media. So if you're a local business wanting to promote your own business, we show you what you need to do. Or if you want to do social media marketing as a career, we go over in depth the things that you need to know to do social media marketing as a career. In the affiliate marketing course, we cover what you need to know to sell other people's products and make money doing that. That's affiliate marketing. So we're going to show you different products that we get paid just if someone downloads something or if someone signs up for something, even if it's free. So we're going to show you some really cool things there. So Claudia says she missed the last 3 classes. That's okay, Claudia. They're on this page, Alicia Lyttle's freelancing class. So make sure that you go back to the page and you watch the other classes. Yes? Sharon says, I watched the interviews. They've encouraged me on this freelancing journey. Awesome, Sharon. And I'm really happy that you were encouraged. That's the purpose. Now, guys, I'm about to get started. What I want you to do is on the right-hand side, you should see an invite. Which way is the right for you? You should see an invite symbol where you can invite some friends. So quickly invite 5 friends using that, or if you don't see it, just comment with those friends in the comments below so they can join us. Come on, be inspired and learn what they need to know in order to build their successful freelancing business. So I'm really excited. Hi, Joan, how are you? Yes, so if you want social media marketing as a career, we do cover that. Yes, we do. Really wanted to learn about affiliate marketing all along. Okay, sounds good. So for those of you who want to know about affiliate marketing, you can go to digitalcareersmasterclass.com or call our office and find out more about that upcoming course. And I'm teaching that course, so I'm really excited about that. Cayenne says, I love this place. I love you too. So we love all of you. So thank you so much for that, Cayenne. So, all right, guys, I am about to get started. Did you invite 5 friends? Did you invite 5 friends? Here's the thing, what we're teaching you, you've seen the interviews and how our students are so amazing, first of all, but how we're really spreading the word that anyone with a little bit of knowledge, some action taking, which we'll talk about tonight, can build a successful online business. It doesn't matter if you only have a 7th grade education or if you have a PhD. This is something that everyone can do, and we're really encouraging people to make sure that they jump on and create their side hustle. Or if you're unemployed and this is going to be your full-time gig, then make it your full-time gig, right? Claudia, you invited 3 friends already. Thank you. I appreciate you. So why aren't more people jumping on the freelancing, train? Like, why aren't more people doing freelancing? So that's the question that I'm asking you guys. Why do you think more people are not in Jamaica, especially? Where are you guys joining us from? Mostly Jamaica here, but why aren't more people starting their freelance careers? Why aren't they building their online business? Usually it's because they don't know about the opportunity. And once they know about it and they learn a little bit more, take a class or 2, they are, on board. So I really want you to help me spread the word, get more people on board, because what I've been really touched by in the 7 people that we have interviewed is how their lives have changed thanks to freelancing. And so I'm looking to change more lives. That's why I'm on here every night live. Let's do this. Let's go. That's why we turned our physical courses into digital courses. So anywhere, anyone, anywhere in the world can tune in, watch these courses, and start their online career. And you've heard from some people who've just done our online courses, like Amanda just did our design online course, and Winnie did just an online course. She wasn't even in Jamaica to come to a class. So, it doesn't matter if it's a physical course or an online course, but that it works. The classes work. So take one. Now, Siobhan is answering the question, like, why aren't more people jumping on freelancing? She said, lack of knowledge from my point of view, and also being a skeptic of the fact that some gigs or some courses or some information out there could be a scam. That is very true. That's why I love to, when I promote my classes, you see my face. Even in the description of this, I put our phone numbers, where our office is located. Like, we're not hiding behind anything. We know what we teach works. It works so well that we're really proud of what we do. So come find us. I mean, we're legit and we're proud of it. So that is true. And a lot of times I think that it takes people actually meeting the instructors and meeting other students who have gone through the classes to really be able to, trust and be excited about the process. So Aisha says, how do I invite friends? It's my first time watching the live. Well, what you can do you see a silhouette of a person and it has a plus sign and you can invite your friends. It should be like to the right of this video. Do you see that on the video, Lorette? Lorette's sitting right next to me watching the live, so I'm going to ask her. Or you can just mention them in the comments below, like tag them in the comments, and it should pull in your friends if they're friends with you on Facebook. So Jade says, just shared it with friends. Thank you. Cayenne said, well, this is where I got the courage to decide that I'm not afraid to step away from my dead-end job. Okay, sounds good. And Donette says, some people are comfortable with their 9-to-5, so true, and are afraid to take risks. That is true as well. And I'm not saying leave your 9-to-5, but I am saying at least try in your spare time to get your side hustle on. Siobhan says capital could be a factor also. And Siobhan, that's one of the reasons why our most affordable class is just at $10 US. And we know that's like, for some people, lunch in one day, right? So, or 2 days of lunch. So take your lunch to work for 2 days and buy a course instead, you know, invest in yourself. And that's really what it's about, is really investing in yourself. So I really appreciate that. All right. So let's talk about some of the stories that we've heard in the past 6 interviews that I've done, why they were so inspirational, and what we've learned from those interviews that we can carry into our own online businesses. And as I talk about them, I'm going to welcome you to also tell me what you learned. So the first thing is, the first interview was Dana. What did you guys learn from Dana? She was very inspiring, wasn't she? Dana was the lady who used to work at a call center, and she left her call center job and now she does phone calls from home. So similar to what her skill set was, but she's doing it at home. If you're interested in phone calls, our course, Get Paid to Make Calls, is a great course to take to learn how to make phone calls from home. Now, some of the things that Dana said to us was also like, don't be afraid to step out and, you know, give it your all. She talked about how she treats a $5 job like it's basically like it's $500. So we learned a lot from Dana. Also, her excitement was just, right? It was just so addicting. We were really excited about the excitement with Dana, and she was a lot of fun to be around. So we appreciate Dana. All right, so anybody else take anything away from Dana's interview? You know, she talked about the different types of phone calls that she also does for clients, and it really allowed us to see that you know, one of the things she told us about was making prank phone calls. Can you believe it? Like, people pay for so many different types of things that it's just about, you know, taking the plunge. Learn how to do it, take the plunge, and go for it. Faithlyn said what she also learned from Dana is time management, a bit of outsourcing, yes, and she uses her specific skill sets for her clients. Very good, Faithlyn. Now, Faithlyn, did you remember that just out of memory, or was that something that you wrote down in your notes? Because I hope a lot of you took notes as these lives were going on, so that not only did you listen to them, but you took notes. How many of you took notes? Give me like a 1 in the chat box. I want to see my note takers. How many of you took notes? It's important. Like, you can go back and listen to them again, but take notes and your biggest aha moments that will help you in your online business. Cayenne says, yes, I contacted the client immediately after and told her upfront that I needed a little bit more time. It worked. Yes. Dana, definitely, we talked about over-delivering and the importance of communication. So congratulations, Cayenne. You know, I'm glad that you took that action. And we're going to talk about some of the things, some of the things that we need to do when it comes to taking action. Claudia says that she took notes. Faithlyn says she remembers from memory and notes, and quite a few of you are saying, yes, you did take notes. So I appreciate that. That's great. All right. The next lady that we had on was Joelle. And even though that live broke up a few times, I'm going to ask her to come back on and let's do it again. But Joelle talked about transcription, and she talked about some of the tools that she was using in transcription as well. She talked about Temi and Temp Mail. And she also talked about outsourcing and hiring other people to do some of her work and what it was like being a work-at-home mom, or when she was at home and taking care of her daughters. One of the stories that really impacted me was that she said, you know, her daughter got sick, needed medical attention, and she used her online income to pay her daughter's medical bills, and how good that felt to her. Do you guys remember that when she was talking about that? What else did you get from Joelle's presentation? One of the things that we really got is that you know, Joelle was just saying that you have to be fully committed. And she talked about how sometimes she would work until 3 in the morning and then had to get up, take care of her daughter, and go to work. And that was a reoccurring theme with a lot of the interviews that we did, that these ladies work really hard, especially in the beginning as they're building their online business. One of the most difficult things to do is to just get started and be consistent with it. And when times get tough and rough and you're tired, for you to keep on going. So that's one of the things that we really got from these ladies. All right, anybody else got anything from Joelle? Anybody else? Okay, let me see what else is here. Oh, and that transcription really is a lucrative thing to get into, right? And she also talked about how people in the Facebook group are giving away transcription jobs. Danette just posted tonight, let me see if I can find it. Well, she just posted tonight that she needs 2 or 3 transcribers that she's going to train. And, you know, she's looking to see who's interested because she needs reliable transcribers to do work, and she's training them herself. And these are for people who bought our course, Get Paid to Type. So if you're interested in transcription, getpaidtotype.com is our course. It is by Layton, and it goes through everything you need to know to start a career as a transcriptionist. So if you're interested in being a transcriptionist, check out that course. I absolutely love it. And a few of you, I think, have already taken that course and done well with it. I see some familiar names on here, but if you're interested in transcription, jump on that, because transcription is one of the most in-demand services that is out there. It's work, but it's worth it, and it's a really good way to build your business. Hi, Sarita. How are you? All right. The next lady we talked about was Ava. Do you guys remember Ava? Ava was the teacher who, she was unemployed as a former teacher and looking for work to do. She actually came to one of our physical classes with her husband and her mom. Amazing family, really amazing family. But now Ava makes all of her income 100% by working online. So she shared with us some of the skills that you need to know to become a virtual assistant. We call her Jamaica's most popular virtual assistant because she loves to teach and help other people to really get into the opportunity to be a virtual assistant. Nadia, you said you checked out the transcription course and you love it. Awesome, awesome. Peggy, you said you're sending this link to your sister in New York. Make sure that you do it. Let's spread the word. Let's help as many people as we can become empowered and become their own, you know, have their own online business. So Nadia says, I love Ava. Yes, we do too. Kayano, you met Ava's mom at the expo. She's really amazing. Yes, she is. So supportive of her daughter and of us at Internet Income Jamaica. So we really appreciate her mom. She comes and volunteers at our boot camps. I hope some of you guys, if you're in Kingston, come to volunteer as well as we continue to teach and spread the message. So that's fantastic. So Ava led us through what it's like to be a virtual assistant, some of the skills that are necessary. She talked about some of the things that she does as a virtual assistant. We learned about how she sometimes will just download files, how some of her clients, we learned about some gigs that she got paid really well for, and it was very inspiring to listen to her. She, along with myself and some of her other team members, are going to be teaching the virtual assistant class that's starting soon. So if you haven't signed up for that class yet, it's at vajamaica.com, like vajamaica.com. You can check out that class, sign up for it. We've got quite a few people that are in that class signed up for it, and I'm so excited. That's my class where we're really getting into the most in-demand skills that a virtual assistant needs to have. And I was mentioning when I was interviewing Ava, I mentioned to her that, or I mentioned to you guys while I was talking to her, that all of those skills on the page are things that I personally can do. So, you know, if I was a virtual assistant, I would be an awesome one. And I want you to have those same skills as well. So Melisha says, I'll be signing up for the transcription course tonight. Awesome, Melisha. I love to hear that. So let me just put the link up here for you. Do this really quickly. So if you want that course, it's at getpaidtotype.com, and the coupon code is 15 off, OFF, to get 15% off. It expires, if it hasn't, I think it expires in a few days. So yes, grab it as quickly as you can. What else did you guys learn from Ava? We learned some great things about time management, about not giving up, about, you know, always over delivering to your clients, and good communication. She taught us a lot about good communication as well. So yes, thank you so much for that, Ava. So then, who was after Ava? Does anybody remember? I'm going to get a sip of water while I test your skills. Who was after Ava? The lady that we interviewed after Ava, brilliant young lady, great at speaking and presenting. She did a really good job, and she was actually she actually lives in Arkansas. So she, you know, not Jamaican. Claudia says, was it Andrew? Claudia, Andrew came on during the Joelle presentation, which was before Ava, if I'm correct on that. I think so. But yes, we had Andrew on as well. Sandra is right. It was Winnie. So I think, hopefully I'm right. So Winnie talked to us about what? Being a virtual assistant and doing transcription. So Winnie really got her start. She did an online course, totally an online course. And, you know, she said that she was really nervous at first, and she was even scared, and she would send me WhatsApp messages, and I'd be like, come on, girl, you can do it. You can do it. Who remembers what her best month was? Like, she was telling us how much she makes a month. Who remembers what the amount was that Winnie says that she made? Let's test your skills and see if you guys remember. But she talked about never giving up. And one of the things we learned about Winnie was that she was like, Leighton was the first person that she got her jobs from. And she was talking about how sometimes it'd be like 4 a.m. in the morning and she was still transcribing, and she just kept going and figuring it out, and she put her all into it. And that's one of the things that we loved about Winnie's story, was that she was totally dedicated and committed. And Leighton often talked about that with Winnie, that she really went the extra mile. Yes, Jade is right. Melford is right. She said that she makes $4,000 a month. And that's from a combination of doing virtual assistant gigs and transcription, right? And a lot of us were like, yes, we'll take that, right? We'll take that, $4,000 a month. I was really proud of her. She also talked that she was really proud of herself and what she's accomplished, that she's not someone, her personality, she's not someone who could work a 9-to-5 job. So freelancing came in. She was unemployed when she took the course, and freelancing came in really handy to her. We were very inspired by her story, but also by her talk about perseverance, never giving up, and always shooting to over deliver and over communicate. And now Winnie hires other people. So Winnie was also saying, like, I'm ready to hire more people. And I think that day she had posted in our Facebook group that she was, you know, looking for more people. And so we were really inspired by the fact that she's hiring so many people. And doing really well with that. So Winnie was an excellent interview. If you didn't catch it, make sure that you go back and watch that one. And again, her main things were being a virtual assistant. And if you want to learn about that, vajamaica.com, and she was a transcriptionist. So Get Paid to Type is a great course if you want to learn how to do transcription. All right, so who was after Winnie? Who did we interview after Winnie? We interviewed Tameka and Sandra. Both Tameka and Sandra were our virtual assistants and did an amazing job in their interview. One of the things I loved about Tameka's interview is that she said, and this is just personally because it's a passion of mine and something that I truly believe in, is that she said, you know, she was working for herself. She put herself through college. She didn't have to ask her parents for money. And that meant a lot to her. It meant a lot to her that she had her own online business, that she was financially independent. She also mentioned that she never needed a sugar daddy. She didn't have to ask a man for anything. And give me a second, guys. But we talked about how a man is not a financial plan, ladies. Like, be financially independent, take care of yourself, earn your own money. Don't have to ask for money from anyone else, whether it's a man or your parents. Like, you can take care of yourself if you're serious about your online job. And that's one of the things Tameka said that I loved. I was like, yeah, Faithlyn said she talked about independence. I was like, go Tameka, right? She was really inspiring for such a young lady. She's just graduating. She just finished her school. She's graduating in September. But to hear that story and such a young lady talk like that, we were like, you know, go girl, woman power. And that felt really good. So congratulations to Tameka. And then we talked to Sandra, it was very nice when she said that her husband was actually jealous of her and it's like, I want to work from home. So, and quite a few of our students have taught other family members, which is great, but you know, sometimes that's a little difficult. So they have to get a course to learn, because it can be hard to teach your family members. But Sandra was very inspirational, talked about the work that she did, how much she was learning, how much she loved it, how she didn't feel very fulfilled in her 9-to-5 job when she had one, but also that she lived so far from her job that she had to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to take the first bus to Kingston. And, you know, she was telling us about her journey and it was like, geez, it takes you half a day, like hours and hours just to get to work. And now she likes it. She just gets up and goes to her laptop. So we liked Tameka and Sandra's story. So who was the most recent person that I interviewed? Who was the most recent? You guys remember? The most recent one was Amanda. And we loved Amanda's story. That was such a great interview. I know my sister Lorette said that she really loved that one, the Amanda interview. But Amanda talked about a few things. She talked about transcription, virtual assistant work, and she also talked about doing design. And remember when we talked to her, she had said that like a few weeks after she took the design class, it's been less than 2 months or something, but a few weeks after she took it, she sent us a message and that she said it was the best $10 that she ever spent. So she spent $10 and made over $600. And we were talking about how that was like a 6,000% return on her investment or something like that. And that she used canva.com to do her designs, followed the stuff in the course, took it to the next level, and she's doing really well now as a designer. She was talking about how she's a full-time what? What does she do? She's a teacher full-time, and her online business is her side hustle. So it was nice hearing from someone who is working full-time, doing a very respectable job. She's a teacher, but using her spare time to make some extra money. Do you remember how much extra she said she makes a month? It was $1,500. So she said she made $1,500 a month doing her little side hustle, or between $800 and $1,500 a month. And she really loved it. So Faithlyn said one of the things we learned from Amanda is that you should implement the skills that you have learned and honed in on right away, no hesitation. She did say that. She was like, I took the design class and then right away I practiced, I started, I got a gig up, right? She doesn't hesitate when she you know, when she's getting things done. Faithlyn said 1,500. Yeah, she said that she makes 1,500 a month in a good month. That's what she does. And in her slower months, when she has to really focus on her full-time job in school, she's still making $800 a month. How many of you would take an extra $800 a month? Just say me in the comments. If you're like, I'll take that, give me a me in the comments if you're good with that. You're like, I'll take that extra $1,500 a month. Yep, I'm not hesitating. You know, even extra $800 a month. So she was very matter of fact, great speaker as well. We're just so proud of all of our students who've taken our classes and really are living up to their expectations, right? So a bunch of you have said, me. I'll take an extra $800 a month, no problem. So I want to talk about three things now. I want to talk about three things now that we have recapped a little bit about, you know, recap the courses a little bit and all that great stuff. I want to talk about three things. The first thing I'm going to talk about are action takers, right? And I want you to write this in the comments. Ready? If you're watching this live right now, write in the comments. Even if you're watching this on a rebroadcast, write it in the comments. Action takers are money makers. Five words. Action takers are money makers. Go ahead, write that in the comments. Action takers are money makers, right? Let's see who can do it first. The fastest one to get it up. Action takers are money makers. Action takers are money makers. All right, let's see who can write that the quickest in the comments, but I want everybody to write it into the comments for me. Write, action takers are money makers. Let's go, let's go. It's very important that we take action. Faithlyn said this as she mentioned what Amanda talked about, that when she learned something new, she was quick to implement it right away, right? She was quick to implement it right away. And that really is important. All right, you guys are typing it in. Good job. Good job. Faithlyn, I see you. Siobhan, good job. Cayenne, good job. Jade, Sandra, Latoya, Omar. Not sure why my camera went off. Sorry about that, but we're back. Action takers are money makers. Yes. Peggy, yes. Melisha, yes. Joan, yes. Peggy, yes. Can you see me now, Lorette? Sharon, yes. Nadia, yes. Allison, yes. All right, good job, guys. Claudia, I know you said the feed went off for a minute, but it should be back now. I'm not really sure what happened. I guess I excited the software too much right there. All right, so here's why this is so important to understand that action takers are money makers. And yes, it's something that we learned from Amanda. Good job, Faithlyn, for bringing that back up to our attention. Here's the thing. It's more than just listening to something. It's taking action on what you listen to. So a lot of people say that knowledge, right? Knowledge is power. Learning something new is power. And I am not going to argue with that to the extent that I will say learning something new, I'm addicted to learning, right? Learning something new is so powerful. It really is powerful. So it's important to learn new things. Yes, it is. But if you just learn that new thing and don't take any action on it, how powerful is that really, right? What's that going to do for you? The power is in taking that knowledge and taking action on it and implementing what you learn. Yes, knowledge is power, but it's the action and the implementation of that knowledge that is the true power, right? And for you guys, you've learned a lot, but if you don't take action on it and you don't implement it, you're going to be in the same position that you were in before you started watching all these lives and free trainings, right? So you must take action on what you hear, on what you now know, and you must implement it in order to change your life. So why do we say action takers are money makers? Because when you take action on the different things that you learn, now not everything that you learn and take action on is going to be a runaway success. So you have to also be accepting of the fact that you're not always going to win. So sometimes Lorette and I in our business, we implement new things, but it doesn't always work out, right? It doesn't always work out, but we keep going. We don't give up. And I know that you heard that over and over again, that you're not to give up. Never, ever, ever give up. Keep going. Don't give up. But in life, I want you to remember that you should always be an action taker. All right? Always be an action taker. So Claudia says, yes, I will certainly take action now and implement all I have learned in order to change my life. I know I can do this. And I love how Claudia called herself out and she said, I will take action. So I want you to write that in the comments. I will take action. Go. Everyone here needs to write it in the comments because it's important. Call it out. Say, I will take action. And you can do this. I believe in you. My team believes in you. I know that you can do it. Trust me, the people that I've interviewed, they're all special in their own way, but they're no different than you and I, other than the fact that they took action and implemented what they learned. All right? Good job. I will take action. Yes. Do you know what it's called when you actually write things out, say things out, declare things? We've talked about the law of attraction just a little bit, and that is what you say and what you put out there is what comes to you. So I want you to be really careful about the words that you use and you put out there. It's one of the most powerful weapons in the world is the word, right? It's the spoken word. So whether you want to use that weapon for good, right, to cut through all the crap and, head yourself in the right direction, or you use that weapon in the wrong way and hurt yourself, it's one of the most powerful weapons in the world. And what do I mean by that? If you say, I will take action, I can do this, and you tell yourself that every single day, what do you think happens? You set yourself up for success. You're calling it into your life. So what do you think happens to the person who says, I can't do this, it's too hard, I'll never be successful, woe is me, I'm not smart as everyone else is, I can't do this? What do you think happens to that person? And we're all guilty of it. If you say that you never, ever talk bad things into the universe, I know that you're lying. We all do it. I do it, right? But we have to catch ourselves, beat ourselves up for doing that and get back on the right track, right? So I want you to always remember that one of the most powerful weapons in this world is the spoken word, right? And how you use the spoken word will determine how successful you actually are in life as well. So be careful what comes out of your mouth. Make sure that it's the right words that come out of your mouth. Got it? Just yell out loud. I got it, right? Just yell it out loud. And I'm telling you, if you studied mindset, then you already know this. But if you haven't, I need you to understand that the mind is so powerful and you need to use it for your own good. A lot of times we're in situations where we have every excuse out there to say, why me, to not believe in ourselves, to, be depressed, but you've got to nip it in the butt and have people around you that will also help you to always pull yourself up and make sure, like Sandra says, make sure that you will shine. And sometimes people, say, oh, Alicia, but you don't understand. I have a hard life. Trust me, we have hard lives. There are things about me that you don't know. You might see me smiling every day. I'm generally a happy person. If you see me in public, stop me and I will hug you. We will talk. I'm, generally a very happy person. But have I gone through my fair share of ups and downs in my life? Absolutely. It might not look like that on the outside or when you see me or when we meet, but I have to tell myself in so many situations that I can do this. And I want you to get that, I'm talking about starting an online business. That's what I talk about all the time. But I'm just talking about in life in general really quickly. Some of you might not know this, but I'm a 5-time cancer survivor. Did you know that? In 2003, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And 5 days after diagnosis, I had emergency surgery and it came back. And 18 months later, and I had to go through half a year of chemotherapy. I lost all my hair, eyebrows, eyelashes, everything is gone. It was, Faithlin says life has its challenges. Yeah. But every time, 5 times I had to deal with this 5 times, but every time I was diagnosed, every time my doctor said, Alicia, you have cancer again, I said to myself, I don't have cancer, I'm a survivor. And immediately when I was diagnosed, I already saw myself as coming out on the other end as a survivor and as a thriver. But other people who, went through treatments with me at the same time did not have that same mindset. And I saw them getting sicker and sicker. And it's when I really, it's when I really understood the power of the mind. Now, luckily for me, before I was diagnosed with cancer, I had already studied personal development. I'd already studied the power of the mind. So I felt very blessed that even though I was going through this, I knew that my mind was what was going to get me through, right? When back in 2003, when you're diagnosed with ovarian cancer, they give you a survival rate. And they told me my chances of surviving 5 years after diagnosis was less than 40%. So I had a less than 40% chance of survival. And what am I, like 15 years later, right? I'm still saying I'm still here, And so when I heard the survival rate, I said, okay, I'm glad that you've got this statistic, but that has nothing to do with me. That statistic has nothing to do with me because my chances of survival are 100%. I have a 100% chance of survival. It's the power of the mind and, the mindset that we go into this with, that any challenges that we have in life, we need to remember that, as Faithlin said, our thoughts are powerful. The words that we speak are powerful. I was talking to my sister about my journey with cancer. We were talking about it today. And I was just talking about, her as a family member and someone who helped me through it. And she always says, like, she can barely even remember that time because there was never a time where I was always, or I was ever sad and depressed and needed her to pull me up. No, I pulled myself up, right? I did. I pulled myself up. So, yes, you have to remain positive and you have to prove, Nadia says it, you have to prove everyone wrong. So, no matter what I just want you to remember the story, and no matter what you go through in life, know that you will be victorious. And I never want you to think anything other than that. And anytime you doubt yourself, I just want you to remember what I told you, right? So, all right. What were we talking about? Oh, action takers, the power of the mindset. So, let's talk about the next thing, building confidence. Let's talk about building confidence. So a lot of you said that you've had confidence issues or you were scared to go on to this journey. And I understand that. Imagine starting an online business and how scary that can be to say that, hey, world, I'm an expert. I have my own business. Hire me. So a lot of times people are scared because of the fear of failure, but we're also scared of the fear of success. Think about that for a minute. Could you actually be scared to be successful? Of course, so many people are afraid of success. It's not always the fear of failure. Yes, we have a fear of failure. Like, what if what if this isn't going to work and I'm going to fail? But here's the thing. The fear of success is also so strong in so many people. What happens if it does work? What happens if people actually do hire me? All right, if I put up 7 gigs on Fiverr, Alicia says I'm going to get jobs if I do it right. What happens if I do get jobs? I actually have to deliver. So the fear of success is a scary thing as well. But we have to embrace it and say, when it does happen, I can handle it. And I'm excited for it. And it's very important to have role models. I told you, everybody who's watching this, I consider myself your mentor. I want to help you. I want to mentor you. But here's the thing. You are also your own mentor. And you need to tell yourself, I can do this, right? So don't be afraid of success. When someone hires you, you can handle it. We just talked about the mindset, right? So build your own confidence. Some of the ways to build your own confidence are to practice and to do work for free. And you're saying, oh, Alicia, I don't want to do anything for free. People say that to me all the time. And I'm like, do you know the things in my life that I did for free? Do you know the things in my life that I did for free? I have done so much in my life that I haven't gotten paid for, but it's paid me back 1,000 times over. What have you done for free recently to practice, right? So I was talking the other day about when I was in college, all the volunteer services that I did, all the things that I did that I volunteered that had I not done some of those things, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have gotten the degrees that I had gotten, right? And I talked about the fact that if I wanted to learn something, I didn't ask someone to pay me to learn something and work the job. I said, can I work for you for free? Right? So I wanted to learn. I wanted to be an environmental scientist. So I went into a research lab and I said, can I work in this research lab for free? I want to be an intern. I want to learn environmental research. And they said, absolutely, you can come and work in here for free. And I worked in there for free in my spare time between my full-time job, my full-time schooling. And I went there and I was noticed by the head of the department for the master's program. And that man actually became my mentor and helped me get into my master's program. And I actually did my master's degree for free, right? So a series of events led to me getting a master's degree for free. Had I not volunteered, I would not have met that man who changed my life when it came to getting my master's degree. It's like, what can you do for free in order to build yourself and build your career so that you can improve on it? One of the great jobs that I had in university was I worked at an environmental law clinic, but I started off as an intern and I went in and I asked the lady who I wanted to be like, this is the job that I thought I wanted. And I asked her, can I work for you for free? And I just want, to put in 10 hours a week whenever you need me, because I want to learn what you're doing. And I know that I can give you so much. Just let me work for free. So she let me work for free. And maybe it was 6 months into working for free with her. And we worked on the weekends, and where she went, I went with her. And then she got burnt out of the job and she quit on little notice. And one day the head of that department, that, office that I was working in, called me on the phone and he said, Audrey quit. She's burnt out. She can't handle it anymore. We need someone to take over the position immediately. You know everything that she was doing. Will you take the job? And I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. I think I was 19 years old, right? Yeah, I think I was 19 years old, and they offered me like $22,000 a year. And to me, I was like, oh my God, I'm rich. I call my mom on the phone. I'm getting a job for $22,000 a year, which, later on, I was like, oh my gosh, that's nothing. But to me back then, it was a lot. But I would not have gotten that full-time job, which I had for maybe 2.5, 3 years, had I not volunteered to do something with that lady, which eventually led to me getting a job at the White House. So, when I look at the things that I've done for free that have led to so much more, I'm so excited that I've done it. Even at this stage in my life, I do things for free all the time. I volunteer at events to help my friends and mentors. And, so what can you do for free? So if you know someone that is great at transcription and they're always outsourcing jobs to people, say, if you teach me how to do transcription better, I will do your job for free. And do it and over deliver, and ask them for another file to give you to do for free, and over deliver every single time. And look where you'll be a few months from now if you have that attitude and you're going into it, right? So if you need to build your confidence, which we all do, if you want to learn new skills, which we all do, and if you really want to take your life to the next level, what are you willing to do to learn? Right? Who are you willing to work with? Who are you willing to go and say, I'll do work for you for free because you want to invest in yourself and improve yourself. Think about it. It's always worked in my life. It's worked for everyone that I've known that's, gone down those same roads. And if you haven't gone down that road yet, try it. I promise you'll thank me for it later, right? So once you build your confidence and do something like that, it really breaks down your fears. Try, practice. As I said, do things for free. Don't fear failure, right? So Sarita, you said you're afraid of failure. Well, if you do take some of the advice that I'm giving you and let's get over that fear of failure, all right? And one thing I want you to also think about and to do your own research on is research the people who have failed so many times but didn't give up. We hear the awesome stories about the lady who wrote Harry Potter and went to publishers and she was turned down over and over, but she never gave up. Look where she is now. We hear the story of the light bulb and how it was like he tried 1,000 times before, he actually got it to work. We hear the story of Kentucky Fried Chicken. When did Colonel Sanders actually become successful? It was like way later in his life. We hear all these stories of all these of all these people that have done taken so many chances and so many risks that they were not afraid of failure. They failed so many times, but the end result was massive success. So don't be afraid of failure. All right. So the first thing that we talked about are action takers are money makers. The second thing that we talked about is to build your confidence, right? And then the first thing, Faithlin was saying KFC. Yes, thank you, KFC. Thank you, Tanisha. The third thing we're going to talk about is change nothing and nothing changes, right? Let me say that again. Change nothing and nothing changes. So, you hear the story all the time about people who want to change their life, but don't do a darn thing to change their life. So I heard a story, I think it was Joel Osteen told this story, and he was telling the story about this man who every day he said, all I want to do is win the lottery. And he talked all the time about winning the lottery. And then he was praying, it's a joke, right? But he's praying to God and he's like, God, please let me win the lottery. Please let me win the lottery. Please let me win the lottery. And God whispered one day, you have to buy a ticket. How am I supposed to help you win the lottery if you haven't even bought a ticket? It's like, you have to, if you don't do what you need to do to make a change, then how are you even going to get the help that you need, right? And if you don't implement, if you don't make changes in your life, you need to sit there and look at your life and look at what you're doing every day in your life. And then here's my recommendation for you, all right? Get a notebook or a piece of paper. And every day for 7 days, write what you do from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to sleep, and do it every single day and take account of everything that you do. Going back and forth to work if you work, the time that you spend eating dinner, preparing dinner, the time that you spend watching TV, like take account for everything. I did this once and I saw how much time I spent watching Law and Order SVU and NCIS and different TV shows. And trust me, after I did that, I have not had cable and turned on a TV since 2010, right? I was spending 2 hours a day watching TV. Can you believe that? 2 hours a day times 7 days, that's at least 14 hours. And I'd probably watch more on the weekends. And it wasn't relaxing me. I was watching these crime shows that was making me more worried about life and the horrible humans in this world, right? So where are you spending your time and what can you change so that your life will change, right? And I've told you guys this before, but if you see me waiting in line, like some of you have come up to me when you see me waiting in line somewhere or going shopping or getting something. Usually if you see me shopping, I've got headphones in, I'm listening to a podcast. If you see me waiting in line, I was at the tax office the other day waiting in line, but as I'm waiting in line, I have to tell someone else, look out for my number, because as I'm waiting in line, I'm checking my email, answering clients, checking on my orders that came in. Like I'm not just sitting there waiting for my number to come up on the screen. If you've never been to the tax office, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's like, you know, you take a number and you see when you're next in line. Anyway, it takes all day. But I'm not going to just sit there. And I see all these people around me just sitting there staring at the numbers as they go by for an hour. I'm like, don't you have a book you can read? How come people that know they're going to be waiting for hours don't bring a book to read? What kind of sense does that make? How come when, you know, I see people taking public transportation and they're just looking out the window? Where's your book? Where's the podcast that you could be listening to? Why aren't you doing something that can help you, you know, that can help you in your life? Why aren't you doing something that can help you in your life? I don't understand, right? If everybody that's on here, you should now be making better use of every minute of your time. Please do not let me catch you staring at a wall when you're waiting in line somewhere. I wait in line at the grocery store and I'm listening to something, reading something. I've brought books to the grocery store and I'm reading while I'm waiting to get up to the line. I know the places that I'm going to be waiting, so I'm prepared. How prepared are you? How prepared are you to always be putting some knowledge into your head, right? Latoya says, sign me up for some of those volunteer training sessions. So in our Facebook groups, when we have classes coming up, we always, not always, but most of the times we put out a notice for volunteers. And if you have the opportunity to volunteer, you should do it. The people that volunteer are Joelle, Ava, like they are superstars now. Like immerse yourself around the people that you want to become more life. I know you guys have all heard this. Like you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? So some of us need to change our friends. I mean, I hate to say it, but isn't it true? Some of us need to change our friends. So pay attention to who you hang around with. If you are the smartest one in your group, Lorette's just whispering to me over here. Thank you, Lorette. Lorette says, if you are the smartest one in your group, find a new group. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? If you're the smartest one in your group, find a new group, please. You know, you guys are amazing and awesome. And whichever course you're joining or joined, those people in the Facebook group for who you're part of, that group, those are your new friends. Those are your new friends. Those are the people you want to spend the most time with, right? You know, if you came to the Inspire Me Summit, not the last one with Jack Canfield, but the one before that with Les Brown, I said one of the most important things that you need to do on your phone is people who waste your time, change their name in your caller ID to waste man or waste woman or waste of time. And when they call you, Now you're not going to see their name, but you're going to say waste of time. Or I have do not answer, talks too much, or, you know, waste of time is a really waste of time one, waste of time two, and I don't answer my phone when those people call me. So if you've got people who you know they're a waste of time in your life, just change their name in your phone and they're in your contact list, and don't answer it. Don't answer it. All right, don't answer it. Latoya said, that's how I passed my exams. I had ebooks. I had past papers in my hands. Now I'm always listening to books or podcasts. It's rare when I watch a movie. So I do watch movies. I do like Netflix. I just don't watch cable TV. I don't have TV on. Not that I'm saying, you know, it's bad for everybody. We need our downtime. But yeah, right. Jade says, I waste a lot of time on Facebook. I'm trying to stop. Incidentally, Facebook has a feature which records the time you spend on Facebook. It's amazing how much time you waste. It woke me good. So I do spend a lot of time on Facebook, but it's also for promotions. And, you know, the time you spend on Facebook, just be on my page, Jade. That's it. Just be on my page. Celene says, how do I sign up? I'm tired of my dead-end job that pays nothing. All right, let me see, Celene. Let me look for the comment that our team typed in. I just need to go back to it so I can put up on the screen how you can get into some of our classes. Also, it should be in the description here for this live. Give me 30 seconds. I'm looking here for the post. Here it is right here. So there are some of the, oh, that's for transcription class. But if you look in the comment or the description of this live, you will see how you can sign up to join some of our classes there. All right. So we're almost done here. Let me just say that a lot of times opportunity is knocking and you hear the door, but you don't even open it because you're scared of what's on the other side. And if I can leave you with anything today, open that door, right? Open that door. You know, I really want you guys to, I'm trying to make sure that I'm building your confidence. And, you know, I hope that the lives that we have done have opened your eyes to the possibility. I hope that the ladies that we've interviewed have motivated and inspired you. They took a risk by starting their own online business, but that risk paid off, and that risk will pay off for you too if it's something that you really want, right? If it's something that you really want. Tell me, how have you guys enjoyed these lives? Should we do them again? We said that we were doing 7. This is the 7th one, so I'm just ending it myself. But if you'd like us to do more, let me know. Give me a comment. Let me know if you'd like us to do it again or to do some more, and we'll definitely consider it and maybe gear up again to do 7 more days with more interviews and going through more tools and training. So let me know what you thought about them and if you're interested in that. And then I want to talk about some of the tools that the ladies have covered in these interviews. So I'm glad that you guys are loving it. Yes. So some of the tools that they talked about, canva.com, canva.com, that's covered in the design masterclass, how to use canva.com. And that's a great tool for doing design. And then we had Grammarly. And Grammarly is a tool for spell check and grammar check. We also have Fiverr, and that's a great site. I'll add these links in the comments or the descriptions. You guys can click on them later. Fiverr is a great site to start your freelancing career, and Payoneer is the way that you get paid. So it's a debit card that you get, a Visa debit card that you get, and when you get that card, you can move your money onto that card, and that helps you in collecting your money. So, all right, looks like a lot of you guys want us to do more of these lives. So thanks for chiming in and telling us that. I really appreciate it. So now it's a quick question and answer session. If you've got a question for me, Ask it in the comments, please. Ask the question in the comments if you have a question for me before we wrap this up. Any questions? Going once? Going twice? Type them into the comments. While you guys are typing that into the comments, I've enjoyed doing these lives and I've really enjoyed doing them for you. So I just want to say thank you for showing up, because if you didn't show up, I wouldn't be doing them. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for showing up to these lives, which also means that you show up in life. So because you are dedicated to learning and being part of this community, I know that not only did you show up to watch this, but you've shown up in life, and you are definitely, you know, projecting what you want out of life, and that is more. You do want better out of life. You want independence, financial freedom, or you wouldn't be watching this, right? That's what we're all about. And you want a, you know, you want to make sure that you are taking your life to the next level. And I'm excited for you. So Claudia has a question here. You signed up for Design Masterclass some time ago and you were sent a link. Yes, go back to that link, Claudia, and that's where you can access your class. If you didn't get a chance to watch it on that day, everything is always recorded, and you can watch the question, you can look for, you know, whatever you need. Melisha says, no question, I just wish the live classes would come to the St. Anne area. Melisha, you do not need a live class. Take one of the online courses. It's a great way to get started. You can do this by taking a home study course. You have the capabilities to follow step-by-step instructions, and you can take an online course. Pick the one that best suits your personality. Pick two, you might watch three, but take an online course. Don't wait for a live class. Saying that you're waiting for a live class, I understand, but it's also what we call an excuse. And we've said that there are no excuses. So if you want to get started and you really believe that you need a class to get started, go ahead and pick one of the online classes, take it. And you've heard from ladies who've just taken the online classes and done extremely well, and you can do it. You can do it too, right? Donna, you said the Design Masterclass is good. You watched it yesterday. That is fantastic. I'm excited that you watched that yesterday. So great job. Siobhan says, when is the next affiliate marketing class? So if you go to the page digitalcareersmasterclass.com, can one of my team members type that in for me? I'll put that up on the screen. Digital Careers Masterclass. You can sign up for the affiliate marketing class. It's right there on that page. So you can sign up for that. I'll put the link on the screen in a minute. Smith said, I asked a few days ago about registering your business. Can you talk a little bit more about that? So I'll actually do a class on registering a business and walk through the whole process, since we have registered a few. So Smith, hang on for that, and I'll send you an email when we go into that. So we'll talk about the company's office, what you need to do, taxes, that sort of stuff for your business, if that helps. All right, any other questions? Anybody else have any other questions? Thank you, Lorette. You can find the affiliate marketing class at digitalcareersmasterclass.com. So head on over to digitalcareersmasterclass.com, and you can learn more about affiliate marketing course, the social media marketing course, and many more. So I'm excited for you guys to take those classes. We love teaching them. Can you tell? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on these lives. All right. Nadia has a comment here. Sorry, Nadia, I didn't see that. So you're interested in taking the online virtual assistant course. So I am going to put that link back up on the screen for you. VA Jamaica. So Nadia, this is for you. The virtual assistant course is at vajamaica.com. and you're going to find some amazing people taking that class. Who's taking that class, by the way? Give me a me if you're signing up for the virtual assistant course. That's the real one that's the one that I would really encourage you to take if you really want to start a big online business. So if you have not signed up for the online virtual assistant course at vajamaica.com, do it. Make sure that you do it. It's going to be great. You'll see Sandra in that class, and I'm sure in that Facebook group there's going to be some amazing men and women who are going to be rocking it as a virtual assistant. So Nadia, I look forward to teaching you in that class. Smits is taking it. Sarita's taking the class. Sandra's taking the class. You'll be surrounded by some amazing people. So, so make sure that you do it. Also, the classes are recorded. So if you miss the class, then the class is recorded, which is fantastic. So there's not a lot of pressure if you don't make it live by 6 p.m. The classes are live. The class will be recorded for you, and the recordings you will have access to. They will be put up. All right, Faithlyn, you signed up. I'm great. I'm grateful that you did, and I'll see you there. So I think that's it now. All right, guys, say bye. Bye for now. But yes, based on your feedback, we will do more of these lives. So keep your eye on your email and make sure that you keep your eye on this page, Alicia Lyttle's freelancing class. I'm going to go live really quickly to show you how to make sure that you get the notifications on this page, because a lot of people have asked me that time and time again. How do they make sure that they get the notifications from this page? So do you see the Facebook page on the screen? You should see the Facebook page, Alicia Lyttle's freelancing class. Do you guys see it? Yes? You see it, Laurette? Okay, great. So I'm going to scroll down on the page, and where it says like, you should like this page. So I'm going to unlike it real quick so you can see what it looks like. It says like the page, so I'm going to like it. Then right next to it where it says following, right here where it says in your newsfeed, change it to see first, and where it says notifications, turn it to on. So if you do those two things, you will see when we go live, when we've got classes, when we're putting up free content, you'll get your notifications from this page. So I want to make sure that you guys do that. Make sure that you do that as soon as possible so that you've got the notifications coming to you from this page. Oh, no, you couldn't see the page, could you? You could see the page, Laura? I'm sorry about that, guys. All right. Can you see the shared screen now? Can you see the page, Alicia Lyttle's freelancing class? Sorry about that. Can you see the freelancing class next to my picture on your screen? No, you can't see it. All right, let's give it a minute. Yes, all right, you can see it now. Sorry about that. All right, let me do that one more time. So on the page where it says liked right here, you're gonna click to like the page. And where it says following, you're gonna click in your newsfeed section, you're gonna click see first. And then in the notification section, you're gonna click on. When you do those three things, like the page, see it first in your newsfeed, and turn your notifications on, you will get notifications when we go live, and you'll see the post that we put up first as you log into your newsfeed. Got it? I'm making sure everybody got it. Donna, I'm glad that you liked the lives. Thank you so much. Yep. You guys got it. All right, perfect. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Take action. Remember, action takers are money makers. Choose a class. Make sure that you're on any upcoming trainings and lives that we have. Pay attention to the Facebook page as well. Upload more free training and share more stories. And I can't wait to see you guys, hopefully in the VA class or the design class or the affiliate class. Pick a class, learn more, invest in your future, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody. Love you. And thank you so much to my team for helping to make this happen. Ava, thank you so much for getting the interviews together and helping me with that, and also with the recordings and sharing it. Lorette, thank you so much for being on these lives and answering questions and sharing as well. And Andrew, thanks for supporting these lives, making sure that they happened, and promoting them as well. And to Cayenne, Casey, Naz, Annette, Ava, thank you for all that you guys do on the back end to make this possible. And for you that are listening, yes, we have a big team behind making sure that you get the best out of what we teach and that you have the best financially independent future as possible. So we love you guys. Thank you so much. Chat soon. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye, and thank you. Thanks for coming on, and I really appreciate you. Bye, guys.